demonstrations. We are outside the Israeli embassy. We're here with Drive for Justice. They've driven down from North England, people.
About to join the guys in the protest for a peaceful protest. You know, it's all about peace, and yeah, basically that's it.
This is SISI TV coming live from the backstage at the Palestinian protest. We have 100,000 people here showing their support. SISI TV now on the stage with the protesters, with the people. There is 100,000 people here today showing their support. This is unbelievable. Woo! This crowd goes all the way down to Knightsbridge. 100,000 people here today. This is one of the biggest protests I think London's ever seen.
Hi Sisi, my name's Councillor Mariam Carmen, I'm from Birmingham.
And why are you here today?
I'm here to stand in solidarity with the Palestinian people because Israel is committing crimes, and we as an international community need to stand up for Palestine and for the illegal crime that is happening in Gaza right now.
And how do you think events like this will help?
I think it helps because what we have is that the national media does not like to show demonstrations like this, and the fact that we've got things like social media, it means that the message will get across. If it means that the message is spread and awareness is spread, then it is brilliant. We have done what we're supposed to do, and we need to show the international community, including the Palestinians, that we are with.
Jeremy Corbyn MP, Islington North, and I'm here in solidarity with the Palestinian people today. They're imprisoned, bombed, denied water, medicine, electricity and food, and yet they're called the aggressor. The aggressor in this are those that are bombing with F-16 aircraft, destroying homes and killing children on the beach. I've been raising the matter in Parliament, obviously as a Member of Parliament, demanding that the British government suspend the EU-Israel trade agreement, stop all arms trade with Israel, politically isolate the Israeli government and show some compassion and support for the Palestinian people, as I'm sure they would on any other victims of human rights abuses anywhere else in the world. But something seems to be different when it comes to Palestine.
My name's Leah Levain, I'm representing Jews for Justice for Palestinians here today. Well, because of we campaign all the time against the occupation, against the siege of Gaza, against the blockade, the ridiculous limits for the fishermen in Gaza. We campaign against the power plan, which is displacing the Bedouin in the Negev. And we will continue to fight and campaign until the occupation ends, until there is justice for Palestinians. And we are here because of the appalling operation in Gaza, the bombardment and the deaths. But we are also here because we need to say very loudly and clearly as a Jewish organization, not in our name. Israel does not speak for us. They claim to, but they do not.
It's about time that we stand up and we speak for the Palestinian people. It's about time that we stand up and we show them that they're not alone, that the world is with them, all around, from all different walks of life, Palestinian, non-Palestinian, Muslim, Christian, Jewish. We're all here with them because we are with the truth and with the justice, and they are the only ones nowadays who are truly fighting for the truth and justice.
Maher Zain is in the building. We are outside the Israeli embassy and we have celebrity support out here.
Doesn't matter where you come from, or if you got one woman, man. We're here for the same reason we want to take back our land. Oh God, you give us the same crew. Hold on, and we're here together on you for freedom.
Yes!
I'm originally Lebanese, but I live in Sweden.
Amazing, and you're a massive superstar. How do you think your celebrity will raise awareness to this this atrocity that's going on?
I'm a singer, and I believe that music is a powerful medium, and I'm using that to spread the word of Islam, spread the word of peace, of you know, everything like that that I can do as a artist. I try to do that to raise awareness, etc.
What do you think about the situation in Gaza? How can we help?
Well, I think like everyone else think, I condemn it. Definitely, I support the Gazan people to the end, inshallah, and you know, I'm here to show my solidarity, and I'm an artist. I'm alhamdulillah, I can spread the word, over the word, and this is what I'm trying to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Honestly, the situation is dire. My family tried to make it out to us that it's okay, but it's bad. It's extremely bad. There are those who you see the pain, the psychological suffering that they have. They're unable to sleep. They see their children dying in front of them. They sleep not knowing, are they going to wake up tonight? They sleep not knowing, are they going to see their parents in the morning? They sleep not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow. And we all know, when we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen in 5 minutes, let alone what's going to happen in an hour. How are we supposed to live our life?
Having cozy trade agreements, I would like them to stop selling arms and buying arms from Israel. It is appalling that Israel will sell arms as tested. Basically, that means tested on Palestinians.
Because they're disabled people in Palestine that people forget about, right? When bombs drop, disabled people are created. When phosphorus drops, disabled people are born, right? And people forget that disabled people in Palestine can't get wheelchairs, they can't get dialysis, they can't get an ambulance. Ambulances are not allowed into Gaza. They can't get the supplies they need. I have no argument with anybody who's disabled in Palestine. I have no argument with anybody who's disabled in this world. The people I have the argument with is the Israeli government and our government. I didn't vote for this callous regime to be sponsoring terrorism from the Israeli state, and that's...
Okay, I'm Sita Holborn. I'm from the Public and Commercial Services Union and Black Activists Rising Against Cuts, and I spoke on behalf of PCS Union today.
And I'm Hugh Lanning. I'm from the Palestine Solidarity Campaign. I chair that, and I used to be from the PCS as well. Well, we're here because of what's going on in Palestine, because of the slaughter in Gaza. We're outside the Israeli embassy to protest about their actions, but we've marched from Downing Street because our government's doing nothing. It's complicit, it supplies arms, it gives them money, and it does nothing when they break international law. So we're here to make our voice heard.
My name's Tabitha, Londoner, born and bred, practically. Essentially, I'm a part of the Stop the War Coalition. I was part of the stewarding team leading the front of the protest. So, from Whitehall outside 10 Downing Street to the Israeli embassy at High Street, Kensington. Quite honestly, I don't think they'll do so publicly. I don't think they'll pay heed to it, or at least they'll try to appear as they're not paying heed to it. But you cannot ignore 100,000 people on the streets shutting down central London. Not for long. The more you ignore, the bigger it'll get, and the more solidarity it'll breed, and the more awareness there will be.
People realise there's no difference between a Muslim, a Christian or a Jew. You drop a bomb on them, they bleed. They've all got family, they've all got kids.
I was brought up in the war when I was about 4 years old. I was dodging the bombs in London, in the Blitz, so I know what it's like for others to suffer like I did. I'm here today to support everybody, and I do not believe in wars.
This demonstration will only be a success is if we translate it into political action, i.e. we go lobby our MPs, we boycott Israeli goods. So that's
free Palestine. I may live in Britain, but Palestine is where my heart belongs, where it's full of flying bullets and predator drones, and it's never on the news, so where nobody gonna ever know. Cause back when that kid was 5 years old, he was playing football around his ass and just having fun. Now he's only dodging bullets to get bread for his mum. It's not the bullets killing, it's the science behind the gun. I'm not doing this to get famous for a couple syllables. I'm doing this so I can achieve the unachievable. I wish that I could come on that peaceful talk, but 69 years ago Israel declared war. My country doesn't kill, but they're pleading for more. SISI, yeah, he plays a big part in this, cause he's blocking off food money and medicines, killing off women and children. Inshallah, one day there will be a change, but it's not gonna happen without a little bit of dedication and faith. From 2000 to 2011, 75,500 Palestinians were slaughtered, and the Zionists love it. Do you think that is right? The question was a return. My heart's breaking when you fade it. Waiting and waiting, now the days come, I feel like leaving. I ain't never leaving. Shall I stop? Shall I carry on? Man, I know we can finish marathon. Thank you.
Yes. Hopefully, you know, so the world will take notice. What I've noticed today, there aren't any big media companies. The BBC isn't covering it, the ITV isn't covering it, but CCTV is going to. So remember, CCTV Choice to Voice Backstage. I've spoken to all the committee leaders, the politicians and musicians. I'm about to go inside the crowd. We've got 100,000 people. I'm going to find out what they think.
Mr. We stand shoulder to shoulder with Israel Cameron. No, we do not!
We're here to support the Palestinian people. We've had enough is enough. We've seen too much killing. It's gone on for too long.
We're here because we want to help provide a voice for people in Gaza who are continuing to be bombed and targeted indiscriminately.
And I'm here because I'm absolutely outraged by what has been happening with the Israeli state using absolute, incredibly horrendous firepower against what amounts to people living in an open prison camp, because that's what Gaza is.
Palestine! Palestine! Free! Free! Palestine! Free! Free! Palestine! Free! Free!
So incredibly proud to be a Londoner and to see how many people came out on the streets, because whatever religion you're from and whatever background you're from, what's happening in Gaza at this moment in time is one of the worst things that I think our generation have seen. And I'm really proud that people stand up and say this is wrong. Time people were silent about the Nazis and let them do what they wanted. And I don't want our generation to repeat that.
We do not want to fund apartheid. We do not want to fund slaughter. Apart from your individual ideals, look at the humanitarian cost of this occupation and this siege. Do what is right in terms of humanity. Also, if you do continue ignoring the swelling support and solidarity for the Palestinian cause, ultimately it will cost you your seats.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, brilliant. Big up everyone that showed up today. Big up all the stewards. Big up every single one of the 100,000 people that showed up. Big up all the press that showed up, including individual journalists like yourself. Big up all the organisers. Big up all the people that supported from home. Big up yourselves.
Thank you. Yes.
You always have to stand up against what is wrong. And what Israel is doing is wrong.
CCTV News, the Choice to Voice.
We know you're here with us, and we'll be with us.